Mike, you look at this game, you guys wind up with 41 3-point attempts. That's the most this season.
Yeah.
Did you guys come into the game thinking that would need to be an emphasis, or was it just sort of how this one played out, having that many attempts?
No, their defense is that unique. They force more threes than anybody in our league, and they're amongst the nation's leaders in packing the paint, swarming to the ball, and creating turnovers when the ball's in the paint or along the baseline. Really good at walling you off collectively. You got to make threes to beat them. You got to make jump shots to beat them. And part of Russell's struggles were not that he wasn't ready to play or anything like that. He was juiced up, and unfortunately, we didn't do a good enough job with our interior passing. But they do a really good job like that on a bunch of bigs. And unfortunately, not all 41 of our looks were great, but we did have some really good ones, and we needed some of those to go. I'm never going to be a guy that says we lost because we didn't make shots. 27 points off of second chance points off the offensive glass. Did a really poor job in the second 20 with our fight, with our attention to detail, with blocking out and finishing stops with rebounds. We out-rebounded them by 1 in the first half, and you finished down 13. We got pounded on the glass in the second half. Not mature enough, not mentally tough enough to overcome missed shots and maintain what we were doing, staying the course defensively and being really competitive on the glass. They had their way with us on the interior the entire second 20 minutes.
Like when you talk about fight, is that what concerned you most about the final 6+ minutes? Did you see a lack of fight from your team, or what did you?
Overall, the second 20. I'm not gonna shy away from that. It's not the last 4 or 6. I mean, we fought the sprint in to miss threes. We didn't fight on the defensive glass the way we needed to. And again, we it's not like we're not at least somewhat capable. And they're the best offensive rebounding team in the country, right? But to out-rebound somebody by 1 in the first half and get out-rebounded by 14 in the next 20, while you're missing shots, it's obvious, and we've had these struggles all year. The teams at the top of our league stay the course whether shots are going in or not, and we have struggled with it all year. We're going to continue to preach the same messages, maybe in different ways. Keep swinging away at this thing. Tuesday night's another opportunity, but as I told our guys, we're going to hit adversity against Ole Miss. Shots aren't always going to fall. So what are we going to do?
We don't keep these stats, obviously, but I know you guys do. It seemed like 50-50 balls, hustle plays, and everything in the second half really went their way. And I don't know what to owe it to, but it simply put, it somebody observes sports, it looked like they wanted more. I mean, it's like they had more to play for, playing harder.
Yeah, I thought in the last few minutes of the game, when they had a double-digit lead, I thought they were certainly quicker to the basketball. I thought the first 30 minutes or so, we had two teams really getting after it. I'll be the first one to tell you if I didn't think our guys battled in that regard. We got out of a stance a few times and gave up screen threes. Unfortunately, got beat to, again, offensive rebounds. We had missed blockouts at times where there was zero contact and no attention to detail. But then we had another half a dozen or so probably in the second half where there's a little bit of contact and they were just a little bit tougher to the basketball. We've had our rebounding struggles all year. I thought our guys played really hard in the first 20 to neutralize those guys, but it's just unfortunate we weren't able to continue with that competitive spirit at home in the second 20 when shots weren't falling.
You guys have lost 9 of 10, just across the board. What has to change?
We've got to rebound better. We've got to defend better. We've got to respond better to adversity. When shots aren't going, we're going gonna continue trying different lineups. You know, I thought our freshmen were really good. I thought some of our older guys really battled. We gotta get back to work tomorrow.
Any other questions for Mike?
Like, you guys are, I guess at this point, 1-1 behind Ole Miss in the win column. Do you guys put any kind of attention to try to climb out of the bottom 4 for the tournament, or that's like last on your list of things?
Yeah, it's so far down there. I mean, when that shot goes up, and I'm guarding a guy from Texas A&M, and I don't go block him out, I don't care where you're seated or anything.
Right.
That's a problem. And we didn't have 14 keys to the game. You know, the #1 offensive rebound team in the country. It's pretty simple. Go block the guy out if you want to win. And we didn't. We gotta have more fight than that. And yeah, we'll keep preaching it, and we'll see what we can do down the stretch with this team. Thank goodness for another opportunity. Ready for practice tomorrow.